Hi guys, so I'm back on. I just want to share my heart with you tonight again. The Lord has just been laying heavily on my heart the fact that I need to share more about my life, how He has been truly faithful to me, how He has helped me in some of my darkest times. Being vulnerable is hard, but I believe when God has done marvelous things in and through us, we have to share it so others will know that He is all that He says He is. He's a friend to the friendless. He's a father to the fatherless. And tonight I just want to share my heart. Tonight I really want to talk about depression. It's something that I have struggled with. I've had days when it's hard to want to wake up. Lately I've been going through a little of that, feeling sadness. And a part of me I think wasn't even aware that I was being so depressed until I think it was 2 weeks ago. I had this pain in my chest on the left side for a whole week. It didn't move. It was so painful. And then the following week after that, I was still going through the motion. I am not someone who drink tea in the morning, make breakfast for the most part. I just like grab and go. And so last week I was just like going through the motion, and all of a sudden I'm drinking tea. I remember Wednesday night I was doing my aunt's hair, and I kept asking my cousin, can you make me tea? And when she asked which one, I keep saying ginger, because I know, like, ginger is good for the stomach, whatever. So I'm asking for ginger. The pain I'm feeling is not going away. I pushed through, and Thursday morning I woke up around after 5, but it was a rough night. I couldn't do it anymore. I went and asked my cousin, I'm like, can you take me to the hospital? Like, yeah, I don't know if I can bear this pain any longer. So she took me to the hospital. The first thing they did was to check for cardiac problems, see if I'm having a cardiac arrest. Took my blood pressure. It was high. It was like 158 over 97, I think, at the time. And they did some blood work. Then they sent me to do an x-ray, because before I reached the x-ray, I was sent to the doctor. The doctor told me, I'm not having a cardiac arrest. That came back and it was clear. He told me my hemoglobin level was low, and also my iron level. So then he said, we're going to send you to do an x-ray, because sometimes it might be a blood clot that might morph itself into symptoms, I guess, of having like a heart attack or whatever. Sent me to do the x-ray. I did the x-ray, came back, no blood clot. Thanks be to God. That's something I never want to experience. I've heard of so much people who's been through that, make it, didn't make it, even with cardiac arrest. But yeah, that's something so I was so happy I was clear. They took my blood pressure again before I leave the hospital. It was like 148 think over the same 97 there, about they released me. And all week I've been just going through the motion. I'm trying to keep my spirit up. I'm praying, asking the Lord to keep my mind. But if I'm gonna be totally honest on here, I fought through the week. I fought because I had so many things going through my mind, and I just started just like crying out to God and asking Him to help me my mind, because I know, sometimes your mind is like a battlefield. That's where the enemy attacks us, in our mind. And ever since from a little girl, that's where he has been attacking me the most. I mean, I think a lot of you on here that follows me or subscribe to this YouTube channel that I barely use, but lately God has just been, not even just lately, for a while, God has just been impressing on my heart to speak of how good he has been to me and continues to be to me. And I remember just at, I think I was like in 10th grade when I tried to commit suicide. That was a battle of the mind. I thought that I didn't want to live anymore. It's best to take my life, and I took a lot of pills. But God would have it that He wouldn't let the enemy take my life. Sorry, it's just emotional for me. And I'm so grateful to be alive and well. I don't take it for granted. Oh, God has truly blessed me. My life is not perfect. I struggle some days, really struggle. But He has assured me in His words that He will never leave me nor forsake me. So even when it gets hard for me, with everything that is happening around me, I decide to keep going forward. And for the days that I feel like I don't want to get up, I still do. As long as He causes breath to be in my body, I get up. Also, when I get frustrated, I tell Him. I'm like, Lord, I'm having a hard time. And He's always there for me. I was just looking on a few scriptures earlier, like that talks about, depression, in terms of how God is telling us to guard our mind. And one of them is Isaiah 41.